What is up, guys? It's Nintendo Capri Sun here, and this may be a little crappy commentary for this episode because I'm actually post-commentating it. And the reason for that is because I recorded the whole episode, and then I realized I forgot to start the commentary recording. I'm like, what? So, now you get this, which is pretty much crap. I messed up a few times here trying to find my way around here, because I thought Lulu was supposed to be right there, and it turns out she's a little further south. So then I went back north thinking, okay, I must not have gone far enough west. But when you go west up here, it's just a cage blocking the way, so... This place is a little complicated, actually. For such a simple dungeon, you wouldn't think it would be such a pain in the ass, but it is. So there you go. Feels weird to be talking right over the transition there after I edit out a battle. So, maybe it's... this place is so boring, I don't even know why I bothered talking about it. Maybe I should just vlog the whole time. Hi.
It's okay, I know.
She's standing there the whole time and she didn't even bother to pick up what was in the treasure chest. So, do I have to do everything here? Okay, yeah, black magic sphere, not bad. Yes, Nubian. Stupid warps in the ground just make things even more complicated. Okay, so this is where you hit the glyph in the ground, which is how you get the thing started with a warp. You have to hit this and then one other one, basically, to set it all up. But the thing is, when you hit this one, it activates this warp up here that I was just at, which I actually was smart enough to skip it, thank God. Oh, no, it's not that. It activates this one back here at the entrance, which is where we're headed. So we're back at the starting point. Or is that right? Or maybe it's the one in the middle. Yeah, it must be. So we're going north for the first time from the middle. And I had to stop there and look for directions. Because I'm just so sad. Yeah. So, update on the work schedule this week. Oh boy, you guys just can't wait to hear this. Well, I actually got a day off this week, believe it or not, so... But it's Christmas Day is the day that I got off. That's the day that everybody gets off, so... So it's not really, it doesn't really count as a day off. All the other 6 days I gotta work. And out of the other 6 days, everybody else has a day off, except for me. I know. It's just, you know, I do appreciate that I appreciate that they appreciate how valuable I am. It's just what I don't appreciate is the double standard. Why is it that I have to do it and nobody else does? Why does nobody else even notice, you know, that I'm doing that? And maybe step up and say, like, hey, I'll, you know, work 6 days so that he can have whatever. But I think a large part of the reason... what I was doing here was stepping on this warp thinking it was going to take me somewhere. This is where I got confused. I didn't realize I had to move the warp before I could do anything with it. So, yeah. But, yeah, what was I saying? Well, part of the reason I've had to work so much is because a bunch of people forgot to take their personal days and their vacations, and now they're trying to take them, because you have to take them by the end of the year. And, of course, they don't want us taking them in December, at least not in this department, they don't, because it's such a hassle with the holidays and everything. But now it's like we almost have to, or they have to give them their vacation, you know, because they haven't taken them all year. And it's like, so they have to take their personal days, and they get their 3 days off. Never mind that when I took my personal days, you know, back earlier in the year when it wasn't so busy, you know, I took mine back then. But even then, when it wasn't busy, I couldn't get... Ugh. Never mind. It's not even worth talking about. Yeah, I mean, hopefully pretty soon I just won't have to deal with it anymore. But again, I just want to make sure that, you know, that all the little details work out. I showed this battle because I don't think that we've seen that enemy there. The little one with the smoke coming out of his thing. It looks like an ice enemy, but it's actually weak against ice and thunder, which is strange. And Orin, he's weak. Everybody's weak against Orin, though, you know. What I was gonna say there was, like, when I took 2 personal days this year, and for the first one, I had to work 5 days that week anyway. I mean, the point of taking a personal day is to get 3 days off, but, you know. But, oh, But you know, they had to have me work extra time on those days too. So when I took the personal day, I had to work 5 days anyway. But when they take a personal day in December, they get all 3 days. They don't have to work extra. What makes them so special? You know, even a long time after I quit, I'm still going to be wondering about that. Like, just why? So we got the skill sphere, and then this is another one of those cases where I had to cut because I wasted all this time stepping on the warp, not realizing it was showing the room from a different angle, which is why I couldn't find my way back out of there. So yeah, that was a royal pain, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? Oh, well, today is what? Saturday, December 18th? Yeah, I was a little worried about yesterday because that random troll came and said I was going to get suspended on the 17th. So I was all dreading the 17th, thinking, oh no, is he going to do it? But nothing happened yesterday, so I'm glad about that. I'm glad all over. This is actually the exit here. The warp takes you back out there, so... yeah, I showed this battle too. What is this? Yeah, it's these water shooting guys. I didn't know if I had showed them yet before. I forgot.
Failure is not an option.
Oh, she said failure is not an option. See, I couldn't remember if I'd shown them or not, so I thought I'd show them here since we're never going to be in this place again. You can probably steal some goods. Well, no, you can't because I didn't teach anybody. Well, I taught Kamari to steal. Shoot. Dude, I can't believe I didn't think of that until just now. Oh well. There might have been some rare stuff I could have stolen from that smoky monster. I don't know. You know, when I was just about to start post-commentating this episode 2, when I suddenly remembered something I wanted to look up. Because every now and then I think of something that I want to Google, or that I want to look up that I haven't seen in a really long time since my childhood. And now that we have YouTube, it's like you can basically look up anything that you want to see. And I've been having these flashbacks of this Bugs Bunny opera, where he kills Bugs Bunny in the end, and then he's like, well, what did you expect in an opera? A happy ending? You know, has anybody seen that one? So, and I haven't seen that in like 20 years, so I'm sitting here thinking, you know, so maybe, you know, I don't know, should look it up, so, and I didn't think to do it until like just now, so I'm sitting here looking it up, and I couldn't actually find it on YouTube. I had to Google it. And they had the full episode up on Spike, but apparently it's been up since 2006.
Lady Yuna, so it is you.
Why are you here?
We rode the airship to the Calmlands, then came to Bevel.
Yeah.
Maester Kinnock summoned us then, ordered us to deal with the traitors.
And you actually bought into it, did you?
You will fight us? The Temple's orders are law. Even if you are Lord Braska's flesh and blood.
You got your heart head so far up Kinnock's ass, I can't tell where you end and he begins.
His guardians. I don't see them.
Well, good.
Maroda and Passe are not.
Thank God.
I will do this unhappy deed myself. Forgive me, Lady Yuna.
So it's a fight against one-on-one with Yuna and, what's his face? Isaaru. He's going to summon 3 Aeons, and you'll have your 5 Aeons to fight him off with, so... The only, let's see, the only hitch is that you can't summon the same Aeon that he's currently using. So, knowing this, and knowing that Bahamut is going to be the last Aeon he summons, which is true, you might as well summon Bahamut first and get him out of the way, because you won't be able to use him, obviously, in the 3rd round, so use him now. And he can pretty much take care of the first 2 Aeons pretty much with no problem. His mine will be able to, because I'm obviously over leveled, but still. Another interesting thing about Bahamut that I haven't really pointed out yet, and I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to demonstrate it, so I'll just explain it now. Bahamut's overdrive is called Mega Flare, and we're about to show it here. This is at this point in the game, this will be the only attack available to you that can break the damage limit. And for those who haven't played Final Fantasy X, maybe up only until Final Fantasy IX, you wouldn't know. But break the damage limit means to do over 99.99 damage. which can be done in this game. It didn't do it there. So it leads me to think maybe I'm not as over-leveled as I thought. Or maybe Ifrit just has really high defense, I don't know. But, you know, so it's just something to keep in mind. You can use that against bosses, and it can deal a hell of a lot of damage. Especially when Yuna gets a little more leveled up. It's just crazy. But later on in the game, you will get customizable weapons that can break the damage limit for you. Like, you can equip them on characters so they can break the damage limit. And if you ask me, this might sound stupid, but I think that's one of the greatest things about this game, is that it opens up that whole new world for you. I don't want to call it a world because it's just numbers, but you know, and I hate that I'm showing this animation a million times, but you can never see an epic animation too many times, I guess. I actually was planning on fast forwarding it, but now that I've gotten to talking, I might as well finish up what I was saying. But yeah, breaking the damage limit to me is what makes this game great, because if you couldn't do that, it would just ruin the game. It really would. And I'm not saying it ruins Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy IX for the fact that you can't do it in those games, but it gets really frustrating when they put a cap on your ability. Like in Final Fantasy XII, and don't get me wrong, I love Final Fantasy XII, but some of the bosses in that, like, they would cap your damage at $69.99 on the bosses, and it's just like, ugh, seriously? I didn't work all this way just to run into a dead end. You know, and it's like, I mean, even this game, we will hit a dead end when you get to $99.99, but still, there's just a whole new world of exploration and growth that you get to go through in this game that you can't in the other games. And so, that's just huge to me. That's what you get for using Energy Ray William Johnson. And I believe that'll do it for Valifor. His versions of the Aeons actually have different names, so it's almost like they're not really the same Aeon. And as far as the US release goes, this is about as close as you'll get to Dark Aeons right here, is seeing these other Aeons, or these other versions of the Aeons with their own names. But since someone was kind enough to send me a PAL PS2 along with, or well, they sent me a PAL PS2, somebody else sent me the PAL version of the game, but it didn't work with my current PS2, so someone else sent me a PAL PS2. So, just thanks to you guys again for that, seriously. I will be showing the Dark Aeons in this LP, in case I haven't announced that officially. It's just a matter of me getting to that point in the game. I might end up doing something like I've been doing with these Zeldas and saying, oh, well, I'll do it some other time, you know, like the Cave of Ordeals in Twilight Princess and the race in Ocarina of Time, you know, at the Lon Lon Ranch. I don't know why I don't just sit down and do those right now and say, to heck with it, let's get them done, get them out of the way. I could do that. Okay, Lucajin, it's up to you to take out Emil. Lucajin versus Emil, who's gonna win? I started off with Arrow Spark here, and then I figured out like halfway into the battle that just a regular attack did the same damage without costing her as much time in battle. Because what it is when you put in your attacks, you can actually see in the top right corner how it affects the order of battle from then on. Like if I use Arrow Spark, it would give him another turn, like 2 turns in a row after me. But if I just attack it, he wouldn't get it. So you get the same damage out of attacking, you might as well do that. So that's what I did. But basically the key is when he gets down to 1 on the countdown, use your shield then just to make sure he doesn't get you. So, attack. And with the countdown at 1, we will put up our shield. Okay, Lucajin, hold on, baby. This Mega Flare is gonna be rather painful. It's the strongest attack in the game at this point, but I have faith in you. You can survive it. I still have to laugh when I see that. That is freaking hilarious. That is hilarious that that didn't even do 4 digits of damage. I think Bahamut is also the only Aeon in the game that shows like a deterioration in his posture as he weakens. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. I think at this point, once he got down to 1, I just said screw it and went ahead and attacked anyway. Took my chances, and it paid off, as you will see right here. Bam! And that's it. That's the end of it. Goodbye. I guess Lucagen wins. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so what now?
Stay away.
Stay away, summoner.
Yuna, let's go.
Lulu's just like, screw this guy, let's get out of here.
Up ahead.
Oh, so you're gonna help me now? That's great, that's nice. After he just tried to kill me! No. Kamari has nothing to say, he never has anything to say.
Your pilgrimage is over.
You tell that asshole. And you thought I was gonna get through an episode without saying that. Eventually I will, and then somebody's gonna point it out. They'll be like, hey, you didn't say you tell that asshole in this episode. Oh, it's just a matter of time. And... oh, look at here, we get straight into Titus's scenario. Titus, Waka, and Riku, now they gotta get out. It looked like they dumped us all off in the same place, so how we got separated exactly, I don't know. Maybe they did something different with Riku and the rest of those, or, I mean, you know, whatever. Anyway, oh shit, I'm running out of time, bye!